Girl,
Everybody
it's
follow
packed
the one
out
line,
here tonight.
please. Follow the one line, please.
I told you.
IDs out. I need to see IDs. Thank you, ladies. Welcome to Punk Ave.
Excuse me. Hello? Can you move? What? Excuse me. Oh my God. You ready to go? Girl, I've been ready.
Well, the cartel didn't get you.
It didn't. Hola, amigos. Bienvenidos.
Girl, I was worried about you. I was on your pages. I was on your social media making sure you didn't get kidnapped.
And I didn't want to post nothing.
Because you wanted me to think you're missing. But then you had updated your profile picture.
I did.
And I was like, okay, she good. She looks healthy.
I mean, I was glowing. I had a fresh glass of...
It didn't say help me. You didn't have a sign that say help me. Your eyes didn't look dead. Because you know some people take a picture when they're being kidnapped and like their eyes are dead.
No.
Your eyes were like
wasn't
lit.
me. No, I was just living my life. I was out there on my eat, pray, love shit. But I didn't have a budget to go to Italy, Indonesia.
Did you pay your rent yet?
No.
Okay. You know, this is 9/11. Oh, this is my DUI anniversary.
Woo!
Really, I don't think you're supposed to celebrate that.
No.
I don't think we should celebrate that.
No.
Definitely is an anniversary to it.
But you know what? On the 13th is my anniversary of my probation cutoff date. Now that's
a celebration.
That's a celebration.
So what did you do on your Eat, Pray, Love? What happened in Mexico?
So for my 33rd birthday, you know, I am a numbers person. I have.
What's special about 33?
Well, I like the number 3. Okay. I was born on the 3rd day of September. So 9, you do the 3, 3, and 3.
Oh, you was born. You remember that song? It was the 3rd of September.
Yeah, that was
What's
me.
that song? Papa was a Rolling Stone.
Yes, that was me. That was me. So, you know, Jesus was popping at 33. Okay. You know, he came into his glory at 33. So I feel like this is my year, my 33rd year. You know, that evening I said a prayer before midnight and I told myself, you know what? This is going to be the year of bold moves, braveness, and doing shit that I really, really want to do. And I'm not going to be scared, even though, yes, I am going to be scared, but I'm not going to allow my fear to stop me. So one of my biggest things is to travel more. And I just got my passport, and I couldn't really too much afford anything else. And I knew I had to go somewhere, so I decided to go to Cancun. And, of course, I'm looking at all of these travel bans, trying to see if there was anything crazy going on out there in Mexico. Mm-hmm. There wasn't. And so I really didn't tell anybody up until probably a week prior to me going. And as soon as I told everybody, you know that there's cartel out there, you know that there's
drug
lords, there's a drug war, there's people killing tourists and all types of shit. So at first I was a little nervous, but then I just said, fuck it, balls to the wall. So I rented and I went through Airbnb. Mm-hmm. Shout out to Airbnb because that shit was dope as fuck, because I looked for places that were owned by women. Even though, of course, a woman could still set up another woman. But I felt more comfortable with renting from a woman. And then I went through all of her reviews, and all of her reviews were good. And then her apartment was cute. So booked it $41 a night.
Oh, that's popping.
So $100 for 2 nights. And then when I got there, so I went to Playa del Carmen, which is, you know, it's in Cancun, but it's one of those separate beaches, and it's 30 minutes away from Cozumel. So got there. I mean, people were talking to me in Spanish. I was talking back in Spanish.
Ooh, come on.
Yes. And then they started talking to me real fast, and I had to tell them, poquito.
Only took Spanish 4. Only up to Spanish 3.
Poquito.
That's that junior year.
So, got there, took a taxi all the way to the shopping area, waited for the apartment to be ready, ate the most delicious ceviche. Like,
that's what you was looking for.
That's what I was looking for. Fresh fish, fresh seafood. Found me a delicious Cuban restaurant and just sat outside with my Corona. And you know, they play like Tejano music.
You're just out there living your best life.
Just living my life.
Best life.
I felt like Elizabeth Gilbert when did you ever watch the movie Eat, Pray, Love?
Yeah.
So that when she was sitting in that little Italian restaurant by herself.
Eating a pizza? Or was it spaghetti?
It was spaghetti. She's eating that spaghetti and she was just had her wine and she was just looking around, sitting outside. That was me. But I had ceviche and a Corona.
So classy. So classy.
So got to the apartment, put everything up, went to the beach. The beach was beautiful. The water was just this beautiful blue. And all of my fear that I felt going there immediately just left. Because I'm just like, you know what? This is it. This is it. This is where I'm supposed to be. Mexico. With my people. Living la vida loca.
She is superstition.
Yes. And then, you know, all the guys are like, Chiquita, Chiquita, Chiquita. And I'm like, hola, vámonos. Ay.
Oh my God.
But it was so much fun. I almost went snorkeling.
Why did you go?
Girl, I got scared.
Why?
Because that morning I had went to the beach and so laid out for a while and then I went into the water. This water was like the waves were really strong.
But when you go snorkeling, don't they take you deeper into it so there's no waves?
and I'm a pool swimmer. See, there's an ocean swimmer and then there's a pool swimmer. I thought
when you snorkel, they take you deeper into the ocean and it's actually calmer.
I don't want to take that chance. I didn't know that.
I think that's actually what happened.
I didn't want to take that risk. So,
yeah, you're just not on the waves looking down. You're like, you're deeper in the water.
Yeah, and I didn't know.
You're like further back.
Yeah, and I didn't want to be that further back.
Oh, okay.
I wanted to be close to, you know how like when you're in the pool.
Shore. You want to be able to grab the edge.
Yeah, I want to be able to grab the edge. Oh, yeah, that's what happen.
Yeah, you ain't going to be able to grab the edge.
So, you know, I'm not an ocean swimmer. I can get in a pool, I can swim, I can backstroke, I can do the frog, doggy paddle, and all the shit. But ocean, fuck no. Hell no. It's too much going on. It's too much swirling underneath, too much current. Fuck that. I want to.
So what happened? You were about to tell me a story about coming home.
So, God bless Mexican airports because they actually serve, or Mexican airlines, I should say, they serve tequila and Coronas on the plane free of charge.
Oh, free of charge.
Free of charge.
Bitch, get your life.
When that lady was coming around and I just saw, you know, they had all the drinks lined up on the tray.
What airline was this?
Aero Mexico.
Oh, hello. Okay.
Yeah. Lined up, and I was just like, you know, I didn't want to be like, it's for free.
Spanish.
I didn't want to be like that. You know, she asked me what to drink, you know, so I was just like, Corona? Oh. And so she's like, okay. She said, ¿Tú quieres hielo? No, good. Yellow is ice.
Okay.
So, I was like, no, good. I said, oh, really? Okay, this is awesome.
So did you ask for your tequila shot right there, or did you wait to see? Okay.
No. Straight to the head. And then when I got to the airport in Mexico City, everything, like, people are just, they have, of course, like, they speak English, but for the most part, the English is like an automated system.
Okay.
So they'll have like the people come on the mic saying, you know, flight this to this gate in Spanish, and then it's like an automated system, whatever. So literally, I was just trying to be quiet, Ebony. I was just trying to be quiet. I had a 4-hour delay, layover
in Mexico City.
I was gonna go venture out, but then by the time I got there, I was a little tipsy, and then I went back and started drinking some more just to kill time.
You know, I had so much on my hands, so I drank more.
I had a lot of time on my hands, so you know, I drank more, and then this lady started talking to me, and she must have knew what was on my spirit, because she goes, you know, you look like you could live here.
Oh my God.
And I said, Diana, I think you're right. Diana from Canada.
Yeah, you really want to be Latin so bad.
Diana from Canada. She gave me a whole lot of confidence because she told me that I look like I could live in Mexico City.
Why do you want to go to Mexico City? Bitch, look, this podcast.
I like the culture. I love the culture. I love.
Anybody want to be on the podcast?
I like the culture. I just love the language. I love them talking fast. I love the fact that they love tequila. And and they push it on you. Mm-hmm. And they're hustlers, man. The motherfuckers is trying to sell everything under the sun to you. All you doing is just like where the gas station at. But anyways, I had a great time, and the airports, they're a little confusing. But luckily I made it. I thought I was going to be stuck there because there was a thunderstorm.
Oh.
And they kept changing gates.
Oh.
And, but other than that, it was a fantastic time. Quintana Roo, Mexico, which is actually where the city was that I was at. And that was a beautiful little place. I walked around in a bikini top and some shorts.
I saw your pictures.
For 2 days. And I thought that was amazing. No makeup. Just with my Nike flip-flops.
Just living your best life. Just
living my best life. Eat, pray, love. That's all I did. I was praying, I was eating, and I was loving. I was loving life.
That is really
sitting on the fucking beach.
Well, I'm happy you're back.
I'm happy to be back.
And
I'm telling you.
Yeah.
I'm happy to be back. Thank you.
Okay, so last week, because we did Harvey, we did not do Women Crush Wednesday. So this week, my Women Crush Wednesday goes to Brandy Webb. I think Brandy's pretty fabulous. You know Brandy Webb.
She was.
Oh, you've seen this before.
A thin line between love and hate.
Yes. So Brandy Webb, I have to double check.
Okay.
So Brandy Webb is played by Lynn Whitfield. She is in what I think is a classic. A Thin Line Between. It is. A Thin Line Between Love and Hate. I think it came out around 96. Like 96 or 97.
Yeah.
But she is my Woman Crush Wednesday because listen. Okay, so when I first seen Wayne Dixon,
God bless that movie.
God bless Wayne Dixon as well. But when I first seen A Thin Line Between Love and Hate, I was like 10 or 11, right?
Right.
So you watch the movie and you're not like, when you're that young, you watch movies, but you don't watch movies.
And you don't take it in.
Yeah, you don't really understand what's going on because you're 10. You worried about like honey buns and hopscotch.
Where's the club? Chocolate City?
I
always wondered, because when I said Chocolate City, I'm like, they don't serve chocolate there.
Yeah, that's what you think about. Like, Chocolate City, where's the chocolate? You're 10. So, when you watch it as a kid, it was just like, oh my God, Brandy's crazy. Oh my God, Martin, who plays Darnell. But you're like, there's such a nigga name too. But you're like, oh my God, she's so crazy. He don't want to be with her and she's stalking him. But then it's like, I watched it again, like when I went to college or like maybe like a couple of, in my early 20s or whatever. And Brandy Webb literally spent the first 30 to 45 minutes of that movie trying to tell him, like, listen, if we gonna do this shit, we gonna do this shit. So him and Bobby Brown's hilarious, and Bobby Brown really should have had like an acting career because A Thin Line Between Love and Hate and two could play that game. I thought he was hilarious. But Bobby Brown and Martin approaches Brandy, and she's just like, I don't have time for y'all games. I'm a grown ass woman. I do grown ass things. I don't play with kids. She gets her I think her town card because she rich and fabulous, so she get in the back seat because she don't drive, and she going about her day. Martin is so pressed. He writes down her license plate number, finds out where she works, shows up to her job. Once again, she's like, dude, I don't play these type of games. You showed up to my job. This is crazy. Do not come up to my job. This is a problem for me. I don't do games. She
told him.
She kept trying to tell this nigga. And then he had knocked over her lalique. And she was like, you like my lalique? And he was like, I ain't mean to knock over your lalique. And the funniest part of that movie is when Martin thought the glass door was closed, so he put his hand out in front like this to make sure it was open. I die every time. But he had knocked over her Lalique, and she's just like, listen, I don't play these type of games. Once again, I'm a grown-ass woman. I don't do this. Darnell, you seem like you want to play games. I don't play these type of games.
She told him.
She told him. And truth be told, if some girl would have wrote down some license plate number to a guy and showed up to his job, y'all would be like, that bitch is crazy. But then everybody in the audience was like, oh, it's so cute. You want to holler at her.
You really like her.
No, that was crazy too. So he does that, and then he still just won't let this girl live. Now, he came to her job once, but now she takes her real estate very seriously. So then she shows up to her property, bomb ass house, and who gets out the car is Martin. Oh, this is beautiful. It's a little small, but it's beautiful. And she's like, listen, are you trying to buy this house or not? I wouldn't be here if I can't be here. And she's like, all right, I'm gonna show you this house. She literally shows him the house, granite countertops, and look at the wood floors and high ceilings and chandeliers. And she go up to the room, and it's like a lalique, a dove up there. So he was just like, well, I really, I can't afford this house, but I can afford this, and this set me back, but I really want to talk to you. It's all about you, girl. It's something about you. I want to be with you. And then she reluctantly was just like, nigga, all right. So they start dating. It's cute. They play, I forgot what song they play during their little clips, but they have like a little 5 minute. Yeah, they have a little montage of them dating. And they laugh. Oh, I see us in the park. They play the so they do play that song. So they have this little montage. You're just like, okay, well, maybe I'm wrong. Maybe Darnell really want to fuck with her. Like, this is really good. Brandy was like trying to tell him that she's super closed up and she takes relationships very seriously. Like, she warns him and he just ignores her. Fast forward, he mad because she won't have sex with him. Once again, after they go horseback riding, he tell her off, I'm riding horses for you and I want to be in you, basically is what Martin's saying. And she's just like, I take my body's a temple. My body is a wonderland. Jesus told me to just take care of my body, right? So I don't really want to give you my body if you're not trying to be like my husband, my man, my everything. I want to be with you, but you playing games. You don't really want to be with me because you won't sleep with me. Basically what Martin did to her with the horse when they went horseback riding. Like what niggas do. What they do. So then they part ways. She show up to the club because that's still like her boo thing, and he like holds her. So now he backs her into a corner, and now she's just like, damn, I guess he doesn't think I love him because I won't have sex with him. So now I have to have sex with him so he'll understand. So she hits this nigga up on his pager because they ain't had cell phones then. I think it was like his pager. Yeah, it was his pager because it was like 96. So he goes over there. They have sex. This is after she's just like, are you going to hurt me? No. Do you love me? Yes. Are we going to be together forever? Yes. It's about me? Yes. He does all this, goes with it, have sex. In the middle of sex, she tells that nigga, I killed my old boy. Like, old boy, she said abusive. And he was like, if he abusive, you had to kill his ass. So they went on, did the thing.
She told him.
But she had been telling him. She had been telling him the entire time. That nigga, I don't play these games when I'm with you, dog. Like, get this shit together. Like, nigga, I will fuck your shit. Basically, the whole time, I will fuck your shit up. Okay?
Yeah. I fucks with that.
I live for it now. Watching it as an adult now, I'm like, yo, Brandy really gave you all the warnings.
She warned you.
She warned you that she don't play them games. Like,
I love that.
How did it go over your head? She really was.
Yeah, she was telling you.
She
verbally told you.
I killed my ex-husband. Bitch, that's enough to make me pull out. If I was a nigga, I'd be like, you know what? Cool. I'm good.
You did what now? Say what now?
But he was abusive, but still.
You killed him.
Yeah, that's a little too much for my spirit.
Uh-oh.
So he did all this, realized he liked Mia, played by Regina King. Regina, bitch, you've been in these streets a very long time, and in every movie you are a queen, and you need all the awards. So he basically realized that he loves old girl, and then he skips out on Brandy's birthday, leave Brandy there with the birthday cake.
She had that cake, and she put that knife in that cake.
Girl, that was the thing. She was losing it. Like, it was then I was like, yo, this bitch crazy.
Because she started looking real quick.
Yeah, she started like looking at the corner. And Lynn Whitfield looks a little evil anyway. Like, naturally, she has a very, like,
eyes.
Yeah, like a very, I'll cut your throat look.
Yeah.
or I'll sleep with your husband. Either one. And then in every movie, she's a piece of shit to her kid. Never mind. But that's another. Lynn Whitfield, we gotta talk, girl, because you don't play some roles that I question. But anyway, so
you're still bad, girl.
You still a bad bitch. So, and I watch you on Greenleaf, and you come on. I be on Greenleaf. I be on Greenleaf, girl. You good, Lynn Whitfield. But after all that, he try to get with his homegirl Mia. Mia's played by Regina King, like I said. And so he breaks it off with Lynn. Lynn plays it cool, like, you know what, this was cute. But she played it off for her feelings, but she was pissed. Mm-hmm. Even though she did drop the birthday cake off over that night. She did drop the birthday cake off with the knife, which was crazy. So I guess 2 days later, she realized, oh, ring the alarm. I'll be damned if I see another bitch on your arms. Yeah. So she show up to the house.
She gonna be rocking chinchilla
coats if I let you go.
Okay.
And I was like, Lynn, I get you. Get your man, Lynn. So Lynn show up cooking bacon and making, like, you know, eggs and waffles and shit. And she, you know,
she had that crazy smile.
She did. She was just like, no, because I need to cook for my man. It's like, no, bitch, we broke up. So anyways, that didn't go well with Martin. Martin like full Nelson'd her right quick. And then she's like, you put your hands on the wrong bitch. And then that shit just went left. From then on, that nigga regretted being up in that vagina, I tell you. So, even though she did, okay, first of all, she gets Woman Crush Wednesday because she did warn him and he deserved everything he got.
She did.
But she also gets Woman Crush Wednesday because A, she showed up to his mama house and she threw a brick through his window at his mama house, okay? His mother's house. And I don't know everybody else's mother, but I know my mother. And you better not ever show up to my mama house throwing a brick through nobody's window, okay? And Lynn didn't care. Brady didn't care. Brady also gets Woman Crush Wednesday because she broke his car down in front of the police station. She literally took that nigga tires off and broke all his shit in front of the... How do you disrespect the police station? You're not afraid of the police? Like, she broke the car down in front of the fucking precinct. And this nigga was like, I came down to get a restraining order because that's what my mama wanted me to do. And she broke my shit down. Like, you know, where's the justice, officer? And then she also gets Woman Crush Wednesday because she beat herself up with peaches.
The bag of peaches.
She literally got that bag that y'all get from the produce section.
And she just started beating herself
beat herself up. Anybody who can endure pain caused by themselves is a bad bitch.
And then smiled when she was at the hospital.
Oh, don't do it, and low-key, she set Chocolate City on fire too. Because you remember when he went to Chocolate City and that bitch had burned that bitch down. Yeah. But with that being said,
she told him.
She did. Okay, violence is never the answer, kids. However, that bitch kept trying to tell him, I don't play these games.
That's why y'all need to listen.
Listen.
If a woman tells you, I am crazy, don't do it.
Don't laugh and think that shit is cute.
It's not.
You know what people do? People be like, oh, crazy girl's got the good vagina.
Right.
Okay. When you got a dag in your goddamn throat, she warned you. So, Brandy Webb, for the simple fact that when I grew up, I realized that yes, you were crazy, but you did try to tell that nigga you was crazy.
You tried to tell him.
You get my Woman Crush Wednesday. And just Lynn Whitfield's still just a bad bitch right now.
She is.
Like,
she's
Lynn,
gorgeous.
You're just out here. You're still in movies. You're still just out here doing your thing. And then I just watched. She was just on Oprah's masterclass, and she told like her whole story, and you just had like a really great story. And I just, Lynn Whitfield, you're pretty much everything. And Brandy Webb needs to be in somebody's Smithsonian or something because you, girl,
with that bag of peaches,
like you beat yourself up. No. And then not even that she beat herself up with the peaches,
and she hit her arm.
She put her arm in the door.
Yes,
you cannot trust a bitch who could abuse herself. Oh, Lynn Whitfield, you were crazy. You were so crazy in that movie. That movie's so good.
Yes.
Lalique, this is Lalique. Oh, God, she was so good. I love her. Oh, she was so good in that movie.
That is so funny.
So that is that. But this week, we're back to regular. Well, last week was Hurricane Harvey. But this week,
where are we recovering from?
We're recovering from breakups.
Ooh.
Take back that sad word goodbye.
Yes.
Bring back the joy to my life. You know what, Tony? I got questions. Who? Okay, listen. So if you hear "Unbreak My Heart," it do sound like a breakup song, right? But then who was the asshole that was just like, nah, we're going to make this deeper in the video. He not just going to leave her because he left her. We're going to kill him. We're gonna kill him. And then he's like, no, we're not even just going to kill him. We're going to kill him.
On a motorcycle.
On a motorcycle.
Yeah.
As she watches. Yeah. And it's just like, because the song sounds like he left her. No, I never thought when I first heard that song that he actually died. That was, who did that treatment? I got questions. L.A. Reid, Babyface, hit me up. I need to know. No, and then on top of that, I feel like Tony kind of killed him because you know they say when you get into like an accident with a helmet on, like,
you're not supposed to
don't touch the person.
Yeah.
And that bitch was all in the street, like taking off his helmet.
She didn't know.
She took off his helmet, lifted up his. No, she took off his helmet. No, she took off his helmet.
She tried to pop him up, girl.
She lifted his head. It's like, girl, you severed his spine. He wasn't even dead yet. You severed his spine, Tony. You severed him. But no, that, and then the video was like her gorgeously crying throughout this mansion. I'll Break My Heart is like one of the saddest videos, but watching it now, it's just like, Tony,
that's not very realistic.
You gorgeously cry like through like long hallways and high ceilings, and then like this great big like shower.
Leave Tony alone.
I know, I love Tony. Tony's like my breakup albums.
Yeah.
Breakups suck. So what? Okay. What was your like first real like breakup? Like you, not like you know you go through like little ones with your kids. What was like the first one you was like, oh, this is what heartbreak is. This, you know.
It wasn't like, I don't necessarily count. I didn't really have boyfriends in high school. It really was like my first real boyfriend wasn't until I was like 23.
That's about, but I feel like that's like the age. If you didn't have like a high school sweetheart.
I didn't have a high school person, but my first real boyfriend was when I was 23. He played baseball. When I met him, I thought, like, I remember I was working at Scott Gardner's, and he and his family, him and his dad and his uncles came in, and I was the waitress. And he had just got drafted to the Mets.
Yes, your first love be a baller.
Yes, so he just got drafted to the Mets, and I really wasn't even paying attention to him. And his dad and his uncle were like joking. You know, they were funny. So I was, my personality, I joke back, right? Mm-hmm. So they said, "Oh, my nephew is." The uncle was like, "Oh, my nephew is single. You should talk to him." So I was like, who? And he was cute. So I gave him my number, and we went to Papados the next day.
Girl, that's good.
Yeah, we went to Papados the next day, and then I went to, they had some family barbecue on the north side, and he invited me, and of course I was just like, okay, I'll go. So I went, and we just like inseparable after that, and until he had to go to spring training. And then, so that was in January. He had to go to spring training in March. We met in January. So the whole month of February, we were really just like rushing to get to know one another. And at that time, I had never, like, I never lived with a guy. I never like had that kind of relationship. And he met my family very quick into...
Yes, girl, because you was about to hit the money. Ain't no salary cap on baseball, girl. You wrapped that up.
So we wrapped it up.
Wrapped that up. Ain't no salary cap.
I met his mama. He met my mama. He met my dad. He even stayed the night at my mama's house.
Ain't no salary cap, girl.
And everybody loved him, and it was just a toast. He was the toast of Corpus Christi in 2008, and then he went to Florida. His spring training. So the Mets spring training
is in Tampa.
It's in Port St. Lucie.
Okay, that's close.
And so I flew out there, and he ended up giving me a ring. Yes. And this was we met in January. This was March.
You can't stop loving, girl. You can't.
This was March.
When he liked it, you put a ring on it.
So he put a ring on it, but it just got to be like, okay, this is what are we doing? Because I started like having anxiety because I'm just like, this is a lot, like, you know. And then he started talking about like coming back to Houston and us living together, and that scared me.
Ooh, you missed out on your blessing.
That scared me. So I was just like, okay. So then this other guy that I used to fuck with before I met him, he kept popping back in and out. So he called me one day and was just like, yo, I want to see you. I think we need to talk, blah, blah, blah. And I was just like, what's going on? You know, I didn't really think, you know how like, you know, when you're moving on from somebody else that you used to fuck with, they almost have like radar. That's how it was. But I didn't really pay attention to it. So fast forward July or that summer, he was talking about us moving in together, and I couldn't take it. Like, I was just like, this is, and mind you, we talked every day, all day on the phone. Like, if I was with my friends, I was that girl sitting on the phone with my boyfriend.
No, you're cute. Like, so so the
breakup was, I texted him and I said, I can't, it's getting too serious. It's getting too much. I told him I need a break. Not a break to like go date other people. I just need a break from
Ross and Rachel.
I need a break from like talking every day and every hour type shit. I just need like, I feel suffocated, which I did. And I don't think, like, looking back, I don't think that he understood what I meant by that. And because he took it like I'm just trying to go fuck somebody else, which I wasn't. I was just like, this is like, I mean, we met in January. You gave me a ring in March. You met my family in February. We talk about moving in June. This is too much.
So you broke up with him?
I broke up with him, and I told him that this is too much, and he was just like, no. The nigga ended up flying to Houston, trying to make things work. And I remember I was trying to go to Grooves. I was trying to turn up. I was trying to turn up with my friends. And he came down, and I was just like, so I'm going to drop you off at your mama's house. And, you know, whatever. So I picked him up from the airport, and he took my truck to go get his haircut. And I said, well, I need the car back by this time because I'm going to Grooves.
Turn up. Mm-hmm.
And I need to be, I need to go. Did you know this nigga did not show up? He didn't show up at all. And then when he did show up, he cussed me out, yelled at me, and told me I was a selfish bitch, and all I wanted to do is just party with my raggedy friends.
Not raggedy, though.
Yes. And he said, I'll walk to my mama's house. His mama lived all the way on the north side. I lived on the southwest side.
Did he walk?
No, I took him.
Oh, okay.
But that breakup was that spanned it over like a year. Because we broke up, but we still communicated. And then we finally stopped talking after I found, well, it spanned a couple years. Found out that he got some girl pregnant. That she had twins.
Oh, that's cute.
No.
Okay.
No, because we were still communicating.
Okay. Yeah.
And he felt
twins itself are cute. Okay. No, never mind.
Yeah.
No, okay.
Not in this particular
situation. Twins are cute, but not with this nigga.
Not with this nigga, no. And then, and then they got married.
Oh!
But the crazy part is, he was still, up until like a week before they got married, he was still talking to me.
You was his side piece.
But he didn't know that I knew that they were getting married because everything was on Twitter. Twitter was popping at the time.
Twitter's still popping. Twitter, I love you.
I, was doing my FBI investigation, found the girl's Twitter, went through all of her shit, found out that they were getting married, found out that they had moved back to Houston. I'm just like...
So, what does he do now?
He still plays baseball. Well, I Googled him like maybe 2-3 weeks ago.
Child, won't that hurt your feelings?
No, because he's full of drama. Yeah, now that I look back, like, it was a lot of drama within that. But that was my first like really, like I was crying. I was really sad. There was moments where I begged this nigga to get back with me. I like, please, like crying, please, let's get back together. Please. Whatever you need me to do. I remember this nigga drove me. Like he was so like, no, you hurt me. You hurt me. Girl, I went to the store and bought me some cigarettes. Not no purse, bitch. You was not. I went and bought me some Marble Lights.
You know I ain't smoking cigarettes, bitch.
This nigga had me out here smoking cigarettes.
Your nerves was bad as hell.
Girl, smoking cigarettes to take a NyQuil.
I've done that too. I've taken NyQuil over a nigga.
But like, I was so devastated. Like, I really wanted, I mean, I loved him. I wanted to be with him. But I just didn't know how to communicate it to the point where I was just like, this is too much too soon. Like,
girl, y'all probably would stay engaged for like 6 years if you just sort of shut up.
Nah, not the way he was rolling. Nah, and then the fact that he got a girl pregnant, they were like dating for 6 months. So no. So that was my first big breakup / heartbreak that lasted a while. That was like actually the first time I really begged. Actually, the only time I begged a nigga to like, let's be together, please, baby, please, baby, I love you. I'm sorry. Be with me.
Yeah, baby, please.
Baby, please.
That's a different word. That's what Dwayne Wayne was trying to marry Whitley. Baby, please.
Please, be with me. But yeah, that was that one. So what was your first?
Oh my God, mine was like tremendous. That shit took a lot out of me. Oh my God. So, I mean, I had little heartbreaks like high school and stuff. And I thought it was the end of the world with the high school boyfriend. And then I met this nigga in college. And when it was done, like, I had just graduated from FAMU. College for me was not, I don't want to say a waste, because I did graduate with a major and a minor. So I got a degree per se, but I didn't know like my career. I didn't know what I wanted to be. I went through the motions of going to class. Right. So I was dating this guy on and off. Literally, the guy I think if you guys listened before, it might be Recovering from Revenge. Maybe that might be the episode where I said I slapped the guy. It was him. It was a basketball player.
The church's money.
Slapped the church's money. So me and the church's money still was chilling, and he went off, and he went pro and all that good stuff, and it was still a good time, and it was great. But I mean, it hadn't been working for a while. I mean, that's enough. Like, I don't even really need to say that shit was just not working out. But then it got to a point, I had just moved back to Orlando. He was still in the NBA, and we just stopped talking altogether. And then that was already a lot to deal with. But then you add the fact that I actually went to school for I think I graduated in 5 years. So I spent 5 years in FAMU, and I still didn't have a career path.
Right.
So to graduate and be like, okay, I graduated, but now I'm moving back to my mom's house, to my high school furniture. Well, my room was bomb, but it was it was my bedroom from high school. And then by that time, my little brother went off to college. So he was gone. It was just me and my mom in the house. And that was a lot. So it was a lot going on. And then it was the first time I realized what the word heartbreak meant. Your heart actually breaks. Like, my heart would beat dun-dun, dun-dun. But in between the dun-duns, it's like crack, crack, crack. I hurt so bad. I really did. And the thing was, we had been going at it for so long that we had been going at it for years at this point, where it was ending, but it was just not ending. So, my mom always tells a story. My mom always reminds me how, you don't watch Scandal, but, in Scandal, they'll start a scene with Olivia Pope just, staring into space, and her eyes are kind of glossy, and, she looks like she's about to cry, but she's not really about to cry, but she's, looking into space. And but she's thinking of the failed relationship with the president or whatever. So then somebody would interrupt her. My mom's I used to do that to you all the time. Every time I walked in the room, you just feel staring into space, half crying, but not really crying. And I come in the room and be like, hey, do you want her? And you be like, what? I was really so hard, like, because I felt like I failed. I felt like I failed in that. I failed at school. I mean, I graduated, but I failed in
trying to
find myself in school.
Right.
I was so focused on me and him and what we could potentially have that I totally missed out on what I could have just had in general.
Right.
Like I should have graduated and went somewhere else. I graduated and moved back to Orlando. That wasn't like the goal in the first place.
Right.
So it just had gotten so bad. And the thing is, I don't even deal with heartbreak well. I'm one of the people that when I'm like, and I haven't felt like since him, I've never let nobody get me that low into a heartbreak.
Yeah.
But like, I just remember that was when my turn up went from 52% to 1,000. Like that was the trajectory. Like I remember the night it trajected.
Like Hurricane Irma.
Yeah, I came through like a
Category
smooth
5.
Harvey, bitch. I was a tropical storm when a nigga tried me, right? You try me, I'm gonna go with my girls and put on my black dress and I'm a bad bitch. When he tried me and that shit was coming to like, when he tried me, it felt like taking like a bowling ball to like the fucking face. So I remember the night, like we were at the Moon and he did something. I had on like a white cami, some white capris, or like drawstring capri pants, bitch is that. And then I had like this bronze necklace on, these bronze shoes, and I just turned all the way, not even like a little. Like I'm talking about dancing on bars and tables and anything, because like I'm doing all this so he could see me, but I'm doing all this because my feelings are so hurt as well. And that is when like the shift happened. That's when like legit turn up Ebony, party all down, shot. That was the creation of her. And I remember that night distinctly because that was like the first night I knew like I have to stop fucking with him. Mind you, 4 or 5 years later, I am literally still fucking with him. So when it all came to an end, it was a lot to deal with.
Yeah.
It was a lot. By that time, I had already had the other court case going on because I didn't know how to, like, I just, people don't teach you how to deal with heartbreak. And I guess that's something people can't teach you how to deal with.
Yeah.
So for me, and being very prideful and being very, like I like to think, strong-willed, even though I'm like kind of a softie on the low, it was just a lot to keep like a stone face. Mm-hmm. So I wouldn't let myself break down. So I always did it in other ways. That's why that's when I got violent. Like before then I had never gotten into a fist fight. And I would say that and people be like, bitch, you fight every week in Tallahassee. But before that, I really was like not into like things like that. Like that just wasn't, I've had like issues in high school, but nothing to the point where a girl was talking like, what you say, girl?
Yeah.
Pop, and that would just be that. Yeah. Horrible. So it was toxic, it was passionate, it was lovable, and then when it came to an end, I was in a space. Like I didn't want to open up no blinds. Right. I slept my days away. I slept my nights away. It's like if I wake up, it's like, oh, it's day. Use the restroom, take a shower, literally get back into bed. Like I'm going to sleep. Like I wanted to sleep it off. And then that's how I started my blog originally. NatoyaEbony.com got started the first time about 10 years ago. No, what year are we in? 2017. So about like 2010, it got started because my mom's like, well, you need to blog. Maybe you should just start going out and blogging. So I started blogging my dates. But then even now, I don't have that blog up anymore. But I'm gonna get it published because when you actually read it, it's cohesive. And then when you read it, you realize I'm trying to get over heartbreak because like after like 3 or 4 episodes, like 3 or 4 chapters or 3 or 4 dates, it's like, well, I miss him. And then like two more of my dates will go by, and then I'll go into like a break about like something that happened with me and him. And then it all came to a head because then finally he came back. He came to Florida. He had to play the Magic or whatever, and then we met up, and then we got closure, but not really. We ended up getting closure again in like 2014, but it was just I don't know how people do it. I can't and from then on, even guys now, I think I've had like 2 boyfriends since then, like I would consider serious boyfriends. They didn't take me out like that. Like when the shit ended, it was like, oh, that's fucked up.
Yeah.
All right. That's fucked up. Okay, but anyways, girl, so what happened? I'm like, Ebony, what happened to such and such? Who? I've never been that engrossed and I don't even want to be that immersed in nobody else again. Like, I can't imagine going through that again. That shit was just the most, it was the hardest thing ever.
I could imagine that.
Like, I was sick.
My last relationship, that was really hard. That is actually what led me up to getting my DW.
Yeah, I can see that. Because you like turning up, you're just like, I don't give a fuck.
Girl, like, I met him right in the beginning of 2013, and it, like, from the moment we met, it was instantaneous. Like, we clicked. We were at each other's hip the whole fucking night, and I thought I loved him.
That was it.
Like, that was him. And he liked everything that I liked.
You was his rib.
Like, I was his rib.
Like Kevin Hart says.
We were each other's rib. Like, we had, like, and he was so much fun. And then it started to become a lot of me just giving, and not getting anything in return. And then, you know, I was just only bartending. I didn't know what I really wanted to do. Mm-hmm. I knew that I liked certain things and I was good at certain things, but I didn't know how to, you know,
make that your career.
Right. So, and it's funny because even when I got the job at the city, it took like maybe almost a year just to even get that job. Because I remember we had a conversation. And he was just like, I really feel like you're wasting your potential. Like, you're here, you're just a bartender. Like, you have so much more to offer. And you're sitting up here just trying to be a bartender. You need to do more. So I was just like, thank you, man. Like,
come on, motivation.
Push me.
Motivation.
Okay. So, went and got this job. I mean, got the interview, got the position. And then when I started working there, all of a sudden it was just like, oh, so now you too busy. Now you're too busy. Now it's this. And I'm just like, what? And it started getting very toxic. Like, I remember, and we stayed, literally, he had a place in 3rd Ward, and I had my apartment. And if I was working, I would stay at his house, or if I wasn't working, we'd stay at my house. So we were always together.
Yeah. And
we had keys to each other's apartment. So one night he had called me, and it was like really random. And this was kind of like towards the end of our relationship. And he was like, yeah, I'm sick. And mind you, it was like 12:45. Mm-hmm. He's like, I don't feel good. I'm with my brother. I think I'm just going to go home and go to sleep.
Okay.
I said, okay. I said, are you sure you want me to come bring you some medicine? You know, I'm the queen of
You
medicine.
did save me. You did save me.
I'm that's just the type of person. If somebody is sick, I am a nurturer. I want to come bring you soup. I want to bring you tea.
She did bring me some and she did bring me tea.
I want to bring you electrolytes.
And she did bring me some water.
Like, I want to
and a Gatorade.
Like, I want to be there for you.
From Target, you know, that's pricey.
Yeah. So, you know, that's just me. And so when he said my stomach was hurting, I immediately went to my... I immediately went to my cabinet, and I was just like, what can I do? Like, let me get my care package together. Girl, I drove to that apartment, turned the key, opened the door. He had a 2-bedroom apartment. His brother was in one room, but his room was empty.
Oh.
Called him, didn't answer. Call. I mean, I was calling him from, that was like 1:30 in the morning. Called him from 1:30 in the morning to about 8 a.m.
I would call a bitch up. I had no problem calling. I like a problem here and talk.
I mean, just talk.
I don't care. Real talk. I don't have that shit happen to me.
Bed, watching Family Guy. I will never forget that feeling. I was just talk. That shit not for real. I would call your ass 1,000 times. My stomach was in such knots because I couldn't understand. Like, and then I was like, you know what? I know where his daddy lives. So I went by his dad's house. Was in his dad's house. Then I was like, okay, what if he's at his baby mama house? but I don't know where the baby mama live. Fuck. So fast forward, I was just like, I couldn't take it anymore, and I felt like I was losing myself. I was losing. Like,
where was he?
He, to this day, this nigga will not tell me.
Oh, okay.
He will not tell me where he was. And I told him, because he's like, you know, even like now I feel like I prayed about it enough, and I'm at peace with that, the fact, because I really thought that he was the one for me. I really, really, really thought that this guy was it. I really loved him. I was obsessed with him. I wanted to be his everything. Like, I prayed for him. Like, when we would go to sleep, I would pray. Like, that's how much I love that nigga.
Yeah,
like,
you pray for him.
I pray for him.
I pray for that nigga. That's how you know I love that nigga. Okay.
If a bitch pray for you,
she love you.
She loves you. And so, I lost my train of thought. But yeah, like, I was like so obsessed with him, and I was just like, I can't take it anymore. And I remember looking at pictures of me and him, and I just didn't look like myself. I had like dark circles under my eyes.
Out.
And I was like losing weight. And I remember I wasn't even speaking to my best friend at the time. And I remember she had came to Houston, and we had all went out to eat. And she just looked at me. She goes, "The fuck are you doing?" She was just like, "You're already skinny. I can fucking see your bones in your chest."
Will you be stressed out about a nigga?
And I was just like, I'm like, "You can tell?" She goes, "Of course I can fucking tell." She's like, "I know you. Something is wrong with you." Even my mom. Now, you know, I'm a holiday bitch, okay? I love holidays. I love things like from Halloween all the way to New Year's. I love holidays. I love the sequence. That's when you really just dress up for no fucking reason, because it's the holidays. Thanksgiving, I'm a 3-outfit type bitch. Like, I like to show up in my outfit. I like to change right before dinner is served.
You dumbass!
I like to change before dinner is served.
Dumb.
And then, after we all eat and be merry, I like to change again. You know, something glittery, something sparkly, something shiny, whatever.
Oh, I can't take it.
You know.
I can't take it.
Hair, makeup, everything. That's me. I love that shit. That year that we were together, I showed up to my grandma's house in a striped t-shirt and some blue jeans and some tennis shoes.
Your mama was over you. Your mama was like,
she said,
"You're being abused. You're being abused."
Bitch, no makeup. Hair just pulled back in just little raggedy
Your mom
ponytail.
thought you was being abused.
She looked at me. She goes, "Where's your outfit?" I said, "Not this year." She said, "But it's the holidays. It's Thanksgiving. You're not going to change. Not once at all. And you're wearing a t-shirt and you're wearing jeans." She said, "It's him. I know it's him."
Listen, she told you like
She
Tina Fey.
know-
You never should that nigga beat on you.
Yes.
Tina
But
said
you know, but that's just like that's my personality. And that year, I remember I did not do that, and she caught that
it's
immediately.
such a soul. Like when you're going through a breakup, because breakups don't happen overnight. Mm-hmm. That's the thing. Mm-hmm. And that's why I always have like. I'm gonna sound like a Jezebel. That's why I always have mixed reviews about divorce, because people love to say like, "Well, were they divorced? Well, he was cheating on her if they're still married." Yes, but stuff don't end on September 11th at whatever time.
Yeah,
or
it
September
starts
15th.
earlier.
It starts months or years ahead of time.
I agree.
So like you're all that relationship is already
it was and the fact that like 11 months into our relationship, he tells me that he had another kid, and I didn't know about it. I said,
but you were already in,
and I was already in it, and I was just so taken aback by the fact that he hit. I mean, the baby is 1 at the time that he told me.
Yeah, he should told you from now.
And he never told me, and so I was just blown away by a lot of shit. So when I finally decided that this relationship has to end, that really took a lot out of me. Like, I was drinking.
It's hard. It's
heavily.
hard.
Like, when I say ebb, like when I
I get you.
Like, it was, I remember I got really drunk one night, and this was when Icon was open. And I had went to Icon, and I don't even remember talking to this guy, but this guy was like in my face. He was buying me drinks. He was like protected, and I was just like, oh, why can't he just be like that? Yeah. I was crying, and I had to make my exit because I was literally crying, trying to like have a good time.
Everything reminds you about them.
Every song that came on.
When you're in a breakup and when you're in your like 20s, and it's like either your first or your second. I would say first because you can kind of have a high school boo, but that second one, If your high school boo lasted you till you was like 25, 26. Okay. Yeah. But if your high school boo kind of fizzled out around your like early 18, 19, and freshman year, sophomore year of college or whatever, you met somebody else, that second nigga takes a lot out of you.
Girl.
That
nigga took a lot. And he's the second, like, he's really like he was my boyfriend. Like, we damn near stayed together. And I got so drunk that night, Eb, and I pulled up at his apartment. I said, if you don't get your bitch ass here, I'm kicking in your door.
I've been crazy.
That nigga showed, I don't know where that nigga popped up, but that nigga popped up, and I started following him. Like, he didn't get in a car. I don't know how this nigga got there. I have no idea how he got there, but he just started taking off, walking down the street, and I'm following him, and he just takes off. Girl, I don't know why, but he took off, and I started following him, and then I remember I tried to run him over because I was so angry. I was so angry because I was just like, I gave this person so much of me, and I
don't feel like you got what you invested,
and I didn't get what I invested in, and I feel like I changed so much of myself to accommodate him because I have a big personality. You know, I understand that my personality is not for everybody, and I have these ambitions and goals and ideas, and I'm not like all these, like, I'm not like everybody else, so I can understand how somebody may feel, and now that I look back, I feel like maybe he was just like a little intimidated by it, so he tried to like change me.
Girl, don't dim your light.
But that's what I did. I dimmed my light. I turned my dimmer all the way down to about a 3 because he was just not comfortable with my 10. He wasn't comfortable with my 10.
I mean, that happens. You change yourself. They still fully themselves, because I think my biggest regret in college was I was so focused on me and him. Everybody did well. Mm-hmm. I hung out with a very, I don't want to say focused group. Like, don't get that twisted. We turned the fuck up. But everyone had their end goal in mind.
Right.
My homegirl graduated. She went to be an accountant at Ernst & Young. Granted, she hated it and ended up, doing something else. But the fact is, right when we graduated, she went into like a good ass job.
Yeah.
My other homegirl went off and moved. Actually, she moved to Texas, got her master's, and then like the guys I hung out with all played a sport. They all went pro to an extreme. They went either overseas or states pro, like NFL or NBA or the CFL. Everybody did something.
Yeah.
I was kind of like the only one that actually just went home and sat in a room and was like, okay, so what was these 5 years about? Because around the second year, I was attached to you.
Yeah.
And you still went off and did exactly what you said
you was going to do. Yeah.
And I completely, everything just went over my head. Yeah. So then it was like a hella dark space. And my mom was actually like pretty cool about it. My mama knew I was in a dark space too. She's just like, you need to like, maybe you should start a blog. Like, she's just like, you need to get your feelings out. Because then I wouldn't talk. Because I didn't even know what to say. At that point, I didn't know how to verbalize
what you were feeling.
What I was feeling, how hurt I was, what the fuck. And then like, only thing I felt like, only thing that was a good time was the fact that, my hair was swooped and popping, and I was like a size probably 4 or 6 at the time. My clothes was popping. I used to go downtown all the time and party. But even then, it was just like at the end of the night, I'm
just
somewhere,
just sad,
walking to my car, calling him boo, crying.
Yeah,
like, why not me?
Oh my god,
why not
me?
Me
too.
Why not me?
I would call him.
I want to be with you.
Why is this happening? Like, I don't understand.
Like, it was literally like, why not me?
Yeah, why can't you just be good to me? Why can't you just do what you're fucking supposed to do?
That has to be the worst feeling ever.
Why can't you just fucking do what you're supposed to fucking do? I told you it's simple. Communicate.
It can all be so simple.
Yes.
But you'd rather make it hard.
Girl,
Love you is like a battle. And we both end up in scars. Lori fucking knew. X Factor knows.
Crying. Bitch, when I say I was wilding the fuck out, because I did not know how to properly deal with my emotions. And
I didn't either. And the thing is, I don't know, how do you teach somebody that?
I don't think, honestly, like you can't learn that in school. I think it's like with parents, sometimes I feel like parents, well, I'll say this. I was not taught to express feelings. I was taught to suppress. You are to be seen and not heard. If you're upset about something, you sweep it under the rug and you hold that shit in until you get into your room, into your closet, and then you can cry.
Guess, I don't want to say I was taught to suppress. I come from a space of, bitch, you conquer. You're going to be fine. Mm-hmm, you move on. You're a lion. Like, I come from that type of space. Like, even when I was about to go to jail and I was just like, and they telling me all my charges that I beat up these girls.
Yeah.
I remember I was on the phone with my mom and I got ready to cry. And she was like, well, what you crying for now? You already in it. And it's like... But I think that's what it was. I think the partying and the drinking wouldn't allow me to just crumble, which I should have. I needed to crumble.
Right.
And it was that happened. That was going bad. Then the court case came.
Yeah.
And then I graduated and I don't have a clue what the fuck it's just a whole bunch of stuff hit me.
Yeah.
And I couldn't even
deal.
I couldn't even cry because I don't even know how to cry. Like still to this day, I have a very big problem like officially breaking down, and then I put it on something else. Like, man, my cousin died. One of my favorite cousins died. Mm-hmm. And then I was going through something with a guy. I pinned all my emotions on this guy. I was just like, oh, I'm really sad because he won't answer my phone calls. And I pushed everything to him because I couldn't even just cry about this cousin. Yeah. Like, I just couldn't something about crying about that was just the worst thing to me. Like, I can't cry. And it's just, it's sad because I think still even now, and not even though I haven't been as hurt as from a guy from that era, but even like the past two, well, I don't think I care. Well, even the past two guys, I didn't mourn it. Like, I feel like people need, when a relationship ends, somebody fucking dies. That is it. Y'all are not going to be the same. You're not friends anymore. Y'all not going to kick it. That is what it is. And you should mourn accordingly.
Yeah. I think it's healthy. I hate when
is healthy.
I hate when people are like, oh, you just do this. I think that people are like, feel your feelings. I think that it's important to, because you have to accept. I think that when you start feeling whatever it is that you feel, you start to come into the acceptance that whatever you thought that relationship is no longer what you expected it to be.
Your heart has to break. And
for me, the acceptance part was the part that I could not let go. I could not accept the fact that I gave so much to this person and I wanted so much for this relationship to work because I really expected him to be the guy that was my forever person, and he wasn't. And that was a hard pill for me to swallow, and I was not accepting it because I kept calling him. I kept trying to say, why can't you just do this?
Why don't you love me?
Why don't you communicate? Why can't you just say, and do what you say you're going to do? Like, I kept pushing it because I kept trying to find some little avenue, like a loophole that would make it work. But once I accepted, and only I accepted it after I got my DWI, you know, like, but once I sat there and I really just looked at myself, I was just like, you know, I'm really pushing my expectations on somebody that has no intention of anything, being anything to me other than what the fuck he's that guy. He's just not that guy. And it's just like, I think that we have to, once we accept that whatever person is just not gonna be that person, for you at that moment.
Because, okay, go ahead. I'm gonna tell you.
Like, you know, like, he's not gonna be that guy for me. Mm-hmm. So I have to accept that, and I have to because all my expectations have been shattered.
Yeah.
And I have to accept that, but I have to feel those feelings of anger, because I was angry for a long fucking time. I was angry for almost like a year after this guy. And I was mad. I didn't want to talk to anybody. I didn't want anything. Like, I was emotionally really just unavailable. But that's not my character. I love love. Like, I love people. Like, I don't ever want to feel like my heart is hardened because of this one person. Like, I love, and I fall in love. I don't want to say I fall in love easily. I don't, but I'm always like that experience.
You're very hopeful. Like, I like relationships.
I like relationships, but like, I think that it's always important that we take like a minute to, even if it's like 5 to 10 minutes. Like, if we're sad, just fucking cry. Just cry about it. Feel sad, but give yourself like a cutoff time. Like. Yeah. You know, like, feel sad for about 10, 15 minutes. Mope. Feel sorry for yourself.
First thing Monday morning.
I'm gonna. Girl, when I say I got me a pay, like, I'm gonna tell you how let me tell you how I really got over this shit, right? Like, I made me a fucking playlist of all the songs that I felt made me feel better, right? So it was Let It Flow.
Girl, let you know. First thing Monday morning.
I'm going to pack my tears away.
Bitch, that's it.
First thing.
It's 7 a.m. What's up?
7
I woke
a.m.
up. When I hit the snooze, it's done.
It's done.
Girl,
so I'm going to be crying all weekend.
Secrets will forever be like my breakup album. Like,
yes, I'm going to be crying all weekend.
I'm going to.
But first thing.
Now, granted, I'm going to be honest with y'all. I missed a couple of Mondays, and we had to.
That's fine. It's all right.
It took
but you got to that Monday.
It was like the 5th Monday, but I got to that Monday.
Where you packed up all your tears.
Away.
Mary J. Blige. All I really want is to be happy. When she said, how can I love somebody else if I can't?
Ashanti Foolish used to do it for me too.
Yes. But I'm just saying, like, get you a good playlist.
Girl.
Beyonce, Grown Woman.
Girl.
Even though it's a little, whatever. But, you know, the 4 album. I feel like, I know you don't care too much, but I still care.
Oh,
yes.
Beyonce, I care, bitch.
Yes.
Woo.
Yes.
I don't even want to talk about how I care. Yes.
It just makes you start crying, girl.
Girl, don't do it to me.
Yeah. Girl, baby, start crying. But you know, I feel like if you create yourself like these you
have to allow yourself
to feel these things
and not bury them, because I think a part of
bury shit.
My shit was burying. I that's when I came turn up queen. Everything was fun and games. Like, I was a very good time, and I still liked people coming over, and I still liked to have the food and the drinks and all that stuff. The trajectory literally came when I was trying to cover up the fact that my heart was literally broken.
Yeah.
And not even broken. It was just like breaking at the time. Like, it was just every day a piece of me was just leaving. And that is I'm telling you, I had on that white cami and a drawstring capris. I was at the moon.
Was it rouged on the side?
Yeah. Yeah, because I tied them up a little bit.
And then you tied it in a little knot.
I tied them in a little knot on the side. And I had like this wet and wavy hair.
Okay.
I was flopping. But that was, you have to, and it's okay. And then you're gonna go through everything. Why not me? Why her? But
Yeah.
when you're young, it's always like now. It's like, bitch, you nigga, you crazy? Why not me?
Girl.
But when you're like in your 20s, it's like, well, why not me?
Girl, my ex-boyfriend that played for the Mets. When I saw a picture of the girl, she had purple contacts.
Ew.
And it was like 2009.
Bitch, I don't care if it was like 2000.
I said, and then she had her lip pierced. Not her nose.
We still do that?
Her lip.
Oh, okay.
So I'm looking
Is she
like,
a stripper?
I don't know what, and she had on this like tank top, and I guess they were at a pier or something, and she had like this tank top, and her boobs were like up to her like chin.
They still married?
Girl, please.
Oh.
Girl, a year and a half in, he would call me talking about I fucked up. But like, I just remember seeing her picture and thinking, what?
No, that's the way
Are those purple contacts? Purple. Lavender.
And the thing
I'm sorry,
is,
not purple. Lavender.
That's even worse. That girl got glaucoma right now. But you know, and to this day, the one that fully broke my heart is the only one I actually check up on.
Really?
And not in like I wouldn't call him, and I don't like stalk his IG and stuff. If he ever listens to this, he'll be like, "Bitch, what?" But like, he's the only person. Like, if he crosses my mind, actually, because the situation got horrible on both parts. Mm-hmm. It was me and him. So like, he's like the only person I know the type of person he was about family and his mom, and he was just he was. I don't want to say he was essentially he was a good guy on a lot of levels. So he's like the only person, even to this day, like if he ever crosses my mind, I'll go to like his IG page and just make sure like he's alive and well. Not in the sense of like, hey boy, I want to holler at him.
Yeah. I'm
here, you're there, we moved on. But he's like the only person out of everyone that I genuinely check about his well-being. Even though it was like a terrible breakup, but he was such a good person to his family, and just and he was a good person to my family too. My family can't complain.
Yeah. No, I don't want to check on my ex. I don't care.
Yeah, he's the only person I check.
I blocked all my exes.
Yeah, but he probably gonna block me now if he ever listens to this. But
yeah, I blocked. Well, actually, I unblocked my ex. The recent one, he's blocked. He's permanently blocked. But we did.
Everybody else is blocked though. Like the recent one, the one nigga with the baby mama.
Yeah.
Bye.
But the recent one for me, I actually saw him and we talked, and I felt, even though I never felt like I got the apology that I felt like I deserved.
Yeah.
I think that the fact that he acknowledges that when he told me that he was proud of me for doing the stuff that I was doing as far as like my job and continuing to maintain myself and everything. Like, he told me that he was proud of that, and he always would hope that we would at least have some form of communication. I was like, ooh.
Well, that's good closure.
I don't know.
And listen, one thing about closure as well, some people gonna give it to you and some people not. Won't. And you need to, sometimes if you don't get the closure you think you deserve it, you need, go pun your way. Okay?
Go pun your way.
Go pun your way. Because some people just aren't going to give you the closure you think you deserve.
Absolutely.
And sometimes they're going to give you what they think you need, but it's still not going to be enough for you.
So sometimes you just really need, like, you know what,
listen,
I fucked up.
let me tell you something.
I'm sorry. And they're not going to give it to you.
You're not. And let me be clear. Don't think you're too good for therapy. When I was going through all that shit, my mama put my ass politely in therapy. I was in college, literally going through therapy while going through all that bullshit.
Yeah.
And don't think sometimes you just need somebody to talk to. And that's just, honestly, I'm a advocate of mental health and therapy. Y'all knock yourselves out. If you think you can't handle it, go see what your insurance covers or go see what's free in your neighborhood. But go talk to somebody. Because people are not going to make you feel like you're crazy because your heart is breaking and you don't know how to deal with it.
Yep. Journaling helped for me. Yeah. I have like 3 journals.
The blog helped me, and I went to therapy like twice during that time. Like 2 separate times. So Don't have nobody making you feel like because you can't get over somebody, you're crazy. You're not crazy.
It's just that everybody deals with heartbreak.
Everybody deals with heartbreak differently. And I'm here to tell you, you don't want to deal with it the way I did. I was turned up quick. I was a good time,
and
though.
you damn sure don't want to do it how I did it because my ass got put in jail.
Yeah, I got my DUI with some other bullshit, but I said that stems probably from that too. Like it was ridiculous. But we're happy you guys listened. Anything else we popping? Anything else? We popping in these streets. Okay, well guys, share us on Facebook, Twitter.
Shout out to Crystal Finch again.
Hey girl, hey. We're Recovering Party Girls on IG and Facebook. It's Party Girls Pod on Twitter. It's Miss Cool _ the letter N the city on Twitter. I'm NatoyaEbony on everything. And is that it?
You guys just be happy. Stay safe. There's hurricanes out there. There's earthquakes. There's fires. God's trying to get y'all's attention.
Yeah, God is trying to tell you something. You remember The Color Purple?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, Shook Avery, that's what she saw.
Oh, side note, I'm not gonna get fired because I binge watched Insecure this weekend.
What season are you on? 1 or 2?
2, bitch. And my favorite part was when she said, "Nigga, for real? After 5 years, I'ma button my nigga?
You gonna block me, my nigga? That's it, my nigga?
You gonna tumble me, my nigga?" Issa Rae, you're a genius. I love you. Yeah, that shit is dope as shit.
That girl said, "I'm a button my nigga."
I'm a button my nigga.
That's how that should be when you follow me. Right? Because I done blocked a few people. Fuck them. But no, that though.
Insecure. That show is awesome.
Okay, so Adrianna lives this week to see another week because she actually knew the earlier movie too. So we're making progress in your black culture.
First of all,
you Negro, you.
First of all, I come from a mixed background. Okay, I am a multicultural woman.
Nigga, I'm black.
I am a woman of multi ethnicities.
Oh my god! So we almost just fired her again, but I'm glad to do this episode. We will see you guys next week, same time, same place. Be safe, my friends.
Hasta luego.
Everybody in Houston. Be safe, friends. If you dealing with Red Cross and FEMA, I'm sorry because they probably stealing your money.
And hopefully y'all not at Walmart trying to be in line.
I seen that shit. Walmart, you tried it. But and FEMA and Red Cross, y'all be trying it. But okay, guys, see you next week. Love y'all.
Bye.